A recent study shows that people on average spend anywhere from 12 to 18% more when they are using credit cards instead of cash. McDonald's found that their customers' average transaction amount jumped from $4.50 when using cash to $7 when using a credit card. That's roughly a 56% increase. Obviously, increasing your dollar per car average would go a long way toward improving your bottom line. But there are many other benefits that come along with point-of-sale systems. Less labor, less chance of theft, and the ability to see revenue from multiple sites through a central system are just a few. In this first episode of a three-part series on point-of-sale technology, we'll show you a variety of systems. So stay tuned. The International Carwash Association is taking you to the cleaning edge.
80% of our systems stick around have credit card acceptance as an option, and that's certainly supported by the numbers that are out there that show that over 1 billion credit cards are issued in the United States. The average household has 5 credit cards that they're using currently. And even in the data regarding small ticket purchases, Visa recently published a survey that has showed that over 50% of the consumers surveyed use credit cards for small purchases, and they classified small purchases as coffee, fast food, dry cleaning, and car washing.
We're here in front of your pay point, Roy, and we're interested to know why some of the reasons that guys are selecting these self-pay kiosks rather than going the traditional route with a greeter. You know, can either one of you share some insight into why you're seeing, why you did or why some of your other customers have done that?
Yeah, there are actually several points why a lot of new operators are choosing the machines over service advisors. And the first being is just the cash control. You know, I'm saying that you're not having a person handle their money. A lot of the people running these sites now are off-site managers, and they're able to account for their money via the internet. Second is that the machines can sell extra services to every customer that comes in. And they're not pressuring the customer, they're allowing the customer to choose and not be sold. But they do present to every single customer that comes in the way we want to present it. So you have that advantage. We do see dollar per card revenues usually doing better than most service advisors would do. There are always those superstar service advisors that can beat the machine, but other than that, the machine will beat the person.
So on a generalized, the machines are selling more higher revenues than a greeter because of the reasons you just stated, and if you have a superstar guy, he's likely to outsell a machine.
Yeah, no question a superstar guy can outsell the machine, but the machine will give much more consistency in what we're trying to do.
Do you think, as we travel around, we see that a lot of operators express operators have another one that they're in the works on, or they already own multiple locations? Does the machines have anything to do with that from a cash standpoint? And if you have 3 or 4 locations, you can't be in all of them at once, and so they know that the machine's taking care of the revenue. Is that part of that?
Yeah, the technology that the industry presented us with now makes that possible. Where someone can literally sit in an office and through the use of the internet, dialing directly into their servers and video cameras, they can account for every dollar going in the machine and every dollar coming out of the machine.
So Bruce, right now you guys are running 15 car washes between your own and your franchisees.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be expanding that to somewhere near 20 in the near future. And I know POS is a big part of, advanced POS systems with cash management systems, et cetera, is a big part of your organization. Can you tell us a little bit about why it's so important to you?
Because we're going to be bringing different services to the format in our new car washes, we want to be working with the latest in capturing information. Also for the ease of the customer to go from one location to another, to sell gift cards and things like that. These are all important to us, and especially one of the most exciting technologies for us coming up is the RF technology, where we can recognize a customer before they ever get anywhere near us.
So when you mean a customer can go to the locations, what you're saying is the technology has to be able to allow a single customer who may be a club member, just for lack of a better term, to visit any one of your locations in Metro Atlanta and be serviced and have it hit their account the right way.
Right, and be recognized as a customer, a paid customer, and that the car matches the pay. That's what we're looking for, so that we can do it throughout the system.
We come from a self-serve background, but we now operate exclusively express exterior washes in the Southeast. And we looked at POS and that technology from the standpoint because we don't have a lot of labor. We like the idea of automation and technology, and that's kind of what's pushed us in this direction.
As you selected this, pay option, you could have chosen a POS system that they could have paid inside or paid
Right.
cash inside and rung them out. Why did you go self-pay POS technology?
Well, we're all about speed of transaction, and while a good cash person could probably take the transaction and process it very quickly, customers are pretty accustomed now to this type of technology. There's nothing earth-shattering here. If you look at some of the statistics about self-checkout and how people are familiar with that now in grocery stores and home improvement stores, how ATM machines now are so prevalent and people will go to that as opposed to walking inside a bank to do a transaction with a teller. It's just kind of, we thought, of the natural evolution that customers feel comfortable with this technology. And we can see the speed of processing is such that it's really not a gating issue for us in terms of how fast we can wash cars.
What about in terms of understanding your traffic and your customer type, like management, the data to understand your upsell percentages and those kinds of things? How does it help you out there?
Well, we very carefully track our volume not only on an hourly basis and daily basis, but we also look at the breakdown on our basic washes, the amount of upgrades that we sell, the combinations of packages that we do. We're always trying to figure out how to change our menu mix, both in the products that we offer and also the way we present it on our screens to try to get the most upsell.
In terms of flexibility, do these systems preclude you from having a greeter interface with your customers?
Well, that's one thing we're trying to do right now as we try to strive to become better operators, is understand the symbiotic nature between the technology that we have and the controls that we get with that, and understanding that we can still have that human interaction and have a greeter, but the beauty of it is the technology allows us that we don't have to rely on that greeter every single day that we're open. We can pick and choose our busier days when we think that greeter can really upsell and we've got enough cars coming onto the lot, that there's enough transactions that it's worth having that person there. We can pay them accordingly. And on slower days, we rely on the technology alone. And by having the technology, the greeter can focus on selling and doesn't have to worry about the transaction itself.
But the number one reason would be the higher profits generated through credit card sales. Our studies showed anywhere from 35 to 65% of the credit card purchases at the car wash are made with credit cards. From what I'm hearing from people on the trade floor, those numbers seem even higher. And even more important are the profits they're generating. Anywhere from 35 to 65% increased profits. It really gets down to the consumer spends more when they purchase with a credit card.